Hey everyone, I'm Funky Fly Guy, and today I'll be showing you how to set up a CHZZK account so you can follow, chat with, and even subscribe and donate to your favorite Korean streamers. Before we get started, this is my first YouTube video, so please excuse the amateur production quality. I'll do my best to speak slowly and clearly for all the non-native English speakers out there. Okay, so what exactly is CHZZK? Well, your guess is as good as mine as to what the word actually means. Even Koreans seem a bit perplexed by the branding, and CHZZK doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. CHZZK is a new Korean live streaming platform, similar to Twitch. Very, very similar to Twitch. It's made by the Korean tech company Naver, which is basically Korea's version of Google. In December of 2023, Twitch announced they will be shutting down Twitch Korea. The reasons and politics behind the shutdown could fill a whole video, so I won't go into them here. But this shutdown announcement left hundreds of Korean Twitch streamers scrambling to move to a new live streaming platform. And the options are pretty limited. YouTube, Africa TV, or the new CHZZK, which was just launched and is currently in beta. If you're familiar with Twitch, CHZZK will be pretty easy to use, even if you're like me and don't know how to read or speak much Korean. I hope this video helps you get started on CHZZK so you can continue supporting your favorite Korean streamers. There is one pretty big gotcha that I should mention right away. In order to support your favorite CHZZK streamers with subscriptions or cheese, you will need a Naver Pay account. And as a foreigner to Korea, you can only create a Naver Pay account if you're willing to send some form of government identification confirming your name and age to Naver support. If you don't want to send your ID to Naver, you'll be limited to following and chatting with CHZZK streamers. It's also worth noting that if a CHZZK streamer wants to enable subscriptions by becoming partnered with Naver, they can no longer accept Tunation, PayPal, or other forms of payment. A Naver Pay account is currently the only option to support partnered CHZZK streamers. With all of that out of the way, let's get started. First things first, you will need a Naver ID to log into CHZZK. Setting up a Naver account is similar to setting up a Gmail account, and it gives you access to Naver Mail and all of Naver's services, including CHZZK. Most portions of the Naver website are only available in Korean, so you'll want to use a browser that can easily translate to the language of your choice. I highly recommend Microsoft Edge, as the built-in translation works better on many Naver pages than Google Chrome, as of today at least. Head to naver.com and click the Translate option in the address bar to translate the page to the language of your choice. Sometimes the translation won't work properly. If this happens, you can click the Translate button, show the original language, and then try translating again. You can also right-click anywhere on the page and choose Translate. As you can see, the important parts of the page are now in English, and we can click the Register link to set up a new Naver account. You'll need to agree to the Terms of Services and Privacy policy to continue your registration. Then click Confirm. Your Naver ID will be your Naver email address. You'll be able to set up a different Naver nickname later if you'd like. I'll use FunkySwimGuy1 to set up this test account. Create a secure password and be sure to enter your real name, birth date, and gender if you plan on setting up Naver Pay later. This should all match your ID. Once you enter a mobile phone number, click Send Code to receive your account verification code as a text message. Enter the code that was sent to your phone to complete the sign-up process. Congratulations, you now have a Naver account, and you can use most of Naver's services. The first thing you'll want to do is click the Naver ID button to head over to your profile. Here, you can confirm that all of your information is correct. You'll notice the name under my avatar is just Fun. This is currently my Naver nickname, and we can click the pencil next to the avatar to change it. Update your nickname and add a profile picture if you'd like, Then click Confirm. Your Naver account is good to go. You can return to the Naver homepage at any time by clicking the N in the upper left corner. Back on the Naver homepage, you'll notice I already have 2 new mail messages. You'll want to keep an eye on your Naver mail, especially if you didn't set up an optional recovery email address. This is where you'll receive account notifications and receipts for your Naver Pay purchases. With our Naver account all set up, we can now head over to CHZZK. Click the CHZZK logo in the upper right corner, or head to chzzk.naver.com. You'll notice the CHZZK homepage is very similar to Twitch, with featured channels on the left side, recommended streams front and center, and a search bar up top. Unfortunately, the browser translation is a bit buggy on this page. If your screen goes black, just hit the refresh button and try translating again. You may need to refresh multiple times, and I found Chrome sometimes doesn't load the page at all, which is the main reason I recommend using Edge. Before using CHZZK, you'll want to edit your Naver game profile if you plan on chatting at all. If we click our avatar in the upper right corner, you'll notice my Naver game nickname is Sister followed by a bunch of numbers. Let's change it right away. Click the nickname to take you to your Naver game profile, which is separate from your Naver ID profile. Here, we can change our nickname by clicking this Edit Your Profile button. Enter the nickname of your choice and type a short personal bio if you'd like. You can also add a profile picture by clicking the camera button. When you're done, click the Modify button to save your changes. That looks better. We can now close our Naver Game Profile tab and head back to CHZZK. Just like Twitch, you can easily search for your favorite streamers by typing their name in the search bar and hitting Enter. Clicking their photo will take you to their profile and bring up their stream if they're live. The first thing you'll probably notice is how laggy the stream is. CHZZK is in beta after all, and hopefully Naver fixes this. You can hover over the stream and click the gear icon to lower the quality, which should help a bit. I've also found the Naver mobile app works much better at 1080p, and I'll go over how to use it at the end of this video. If you are committed to using CHZZK in your browser, a VPN with Korean servers should also fix this issue. This video isn't sponsored, but NordVPN has Korean servers, and I was able to watch CHZZK streams on my desktop in 1080p with no lag by using them. The second thing you'll probably notice is CHZZK's interface is almost identical to Twitch. If we click on the streamer's name, you'll be taken to their profile to view VODs of the most recent broadcasts. Just below the stream, we have the follow button with a little heart icon, and next to it, we have a subscribe button, which isn't available yet in the beta, but should be coming soon to streamers who are partnered. On the left side, we have your followed and featured channels, and on the right, we have the chat area. You'll see that it translates nicely in the Edge browser. We can click in the text box and agree to the rules to start chatting. You can also pop out the chat into a separate window by clicking here and choosing the Chat Pop-ups option. Closing the chat window will bring it back into the main browser window. The emoji icon next to the chat box is pretty self-explanatory, but what is this cheese icon? Well, in the CHZZK world, cheese is equivalent to Twitch bits. At the top of the chat window, you'll even see the streamer's top cheese supporters. If you want to support your favorite streamer today, you'll need to get some cheese loaded into your account. If we click the cheese button, my browser translation decides it's a good time to crash the page again. I'll refresh and choose not to translate, and then click the cheese button again. Now let's try translating again. There we go. You'll see we currently have a lack of cheese. If I click the My Cheese button, then agree to the terms, and attempt to charge, this pop-up window will appear, stating we need to verify our account. The process is a bit of a pain, but I'll be going through the account verification steps in detail in this next section. Unlike Tunation, PayPal, and other services we use to support Korean streamers on Twitch, CHZZK currently only allows payments through Naver Pay. Similar to a prepaid credit card, you will need to load money into your Naver Pay account, then use your Naver Pay balance to purchase a subscription or cheese for your favorite streamers. Before you can sign up for Naver Pay, you will need to verify your account with your real name and age. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, as a foreigner without a Korean bank account, this will require uploading some form of government identification to Naver support. Common forms of ID would include a driver's license or a passport. In the previous section, we pulled up the verification page when trying to add cheese to our CHZZK account, but I will show you how to get to that same screen from the Naver homepage. Click next to your Naver ID to edit your Naver ID profile. And on your profile page, you will see we have an option next to our name for real name authentication. Click this and you'll see the mobile phone and IPIN option, which will only work for Korean residents. So let's click here for more information. This help guide will tell you all you need to know about the identification needed to verify your account. After reading through the help article, click the link to get started with your Naver account verification. Be sure to enter your information exactly as it appears on your ID, and use the same phone number that is registered to your Naver account. Also, don't worry, consenting to change your Naver ID to your real name will not change your nickname on services such as CHZZK or Naver Cafe. Before uploading a picture of your identification, feel free to use a photo editor to blank out your photo and address. All that is needed is your name, birth date, country, state, expiration date, and start date if it's available. I left my city visible too, just to be safe. Once you're ready, upload the identification and continue to fill out the form. You can enter Naver Pay or CHZZK as a service you would like to use, and in the question box, enter a short note asking if you can get help verifying your identity. Check the Agree box and click the Inquiry button once you are ready to submit the form. It may take a few business days for Naver support to respond to your request. However, I received my confirmation in less than 24 hours to my Naver email. If your request is rejected, be sure all the information needed is clearly visible on the ID that you upload. It may also help to use a photo editor to highlight the required information, such as your name and birth date, so the Naver support agent can easily find this information on your ID. Once you receive confirmation from Naver Customer Care that your Naver ID has been updated to your real name, you are finally able to use Naver Pay. I'm going to switch over to my real Funky Fly Guy account to show you the process of using Naver Pay. On the Naver homepage, click the Naver Pay icon in the upper left corner or go to pay.naver.com to get started. On the right side of the screen, you'll see your current Naver Pay money balance. Click Charge to add money to your account. The Easy Account Payment option is only available to Korean residents, so you will need to click the Regular Payments tab. Click the amount of Korean won you would like to add to your account, check the box to agree to the terms, then click the Charging button. On the next screen, you will enter your payment details, just as you would when checking out on any other payment site. I was only able to use my debit card and not a credit card, but your mileage may vary. I'm not going to add any money to my account at this time, but once your transaction is complete, you should see your balance appear on your Naver Pay homepage. Now that we have a balance in our Naver Pay account, we can finally use it to purchase some cheese. Back on the CHZZK homepage, click the cheese icon in the upper right corner. I've noticed this icon doesn't work when the page is translated, so you may need to temporarily turn off translation. You'll see we currently have 0 cheeses in stock, so let's click the Charging button. Since the translation stopped working, Let's try turning translation off and on again. There we go. Enter the amount of cheese you'd like to add to your account. Check the box to agree to the terms, then click the charging button. A Naver Pay window will now open, showing your current Naver Pay balance. Click the Full Use button to deduct the full cost of cheese from your Naver Pay account, then scroll down and click the Checkout button. You'll see other payment options as you scroll, but unfortunately these are only available to Korean residents at this time. Back on the Naver Game profile page, if we refresh, you'll see we have some cheese in stock. You can now give this cheese to your favorite streamers. Let's close out of our Naver Game profile and go back to CHZZK. It looks like Hannah is live, so I'll head over to her stream to show you how to use cheese. We're getting that familiar black screen again, so let's refresh. There we go. Click the cheese button in the chat area and enter the amount of cheese you would like to donate. Enter a donation message, and you'll see we have an option to select different text-to-speech voices. You can press the speaker button to preview the current voice.
나는 외국인들이 CHZZK를 사용할 수 있도록 유튜브 영상을 만들고 있어요. 내 영상에 이 치즈의 클립을 사용해도 괜찮을까요?
Sounds good to me. Let's click the donate button to send some cheese. The page immediately crashes again, because of course it does. Let's refresh. We missed the donation alert, but it looks like Hannah is giving the thumbs up to use this clip in my video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You should have all the information you need to use CHZZK and support your favorite Korean streamers. Please hit the thumbs up button if this video was helpful, and feel free to share this video in the Naver Cafe and Discord communities of the streamers you support. In this last section, I'll briefly go over how to use the CHZZK mobile app. As I mentioned earlier, the CHZZK website currently doesn't work well internationally at HD resolutions. For some reason, the CHZZK mobile app doesn't have these limitations, and 1080p video is as smooth as it is on Twitch. If you want to watch CHZZK streamers on your phone or tablet, keep watching. I'm using Android for this tutorial, but the CHZZK app is also available on iOS. Search for CHZZK in the App Store, and be sure the app you install is the official CHZZK app from Naver Corp. Once installed, open up CHZZK, and you'll see we need a Naver ID to even use the app. Enter your Naver ID and password to sign in, and you'll likely get one of the most annoying CAPTCHAs you've ever seen. These sometimes appear on the desktop site as well, and you'll be asked to locate items on a receipt. Here, we're asked how much Korean melons weigh, and the receipt shows 15 kilograms next to the melon, so we'll enter 15 to continue. After logging in, you can choose to allow notifications if you'd like, to receive alerts when the streamers you follow go live or post VODs. If we don't allow notifications, we'll get another prompt asking us to enable notifications that we can cancel out of, along with another message asking if we want to receive promotional material that we can also decline. Finally, we get a box verifying we opted out and can change the option in the app settings. You'll notice the CHZZK app looks very similar to the website, and we can tap the magnifying glass in the upper right corner to search for streamers. I'll open Hannah's stream, and you'll notice right away that the stream is much smoother on mobile than it is on desktop. If I tap anywhere on the screen and tap here to bring up the options, you'll see the stream is defaulting to 720p. Even if we change this to 1080p, the stream is still nice and smooth. I can also tap here to bring up the chat, but unfortunately we don't get the translations we get on the desktop browser. Well, that should be enough to get you started on the mobile app. Hopefully the CHZZK website works as smoothly as the app in the future. I'm getting really tired of saying CHZZK, so I think it's time to bring this video to a close. Before I go, if you're like me and your favorite Korean Twitch streamer is moving to CHZZK, please consider going through the extra steps in this video to continue supporting them. Many streamers spent years building their communities, and many put in the extra effort to appeal to an international audience. Being forced to move to a new platform isn't easy, and they'll need all the support they can get to continue streaming. That said, I really hope this video is obsolete in a few months, and Naver adds some international support to the CHZZK platform. Built-in translations and the ability to purchase subscriptions and cheese without needing to verify your account if you're using a foreign credit card would go a long way to bringing in an international audience. Since CHZZK is still in beta, I guess all we can do is wait and see. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything. Thank you again for watching, and I'll probably see some of you in Twitch and CHZZK chat. Later, everyone.